question number one is, who are you?
My name is Chris Carlson.
And Chris, what do you do?
I am the owner of Crop Culture, and I am a home grower.
That's awesome. Who in the space do you think is doing dope things?
There's a lot of people doing a lot of dope things. I think you guys are doing a lot of dope things. I really love what Jeremy at Build the Soil is doing. I think when you have somebody that is able to take complex growing processes and are able to simplify it in a way that's easy for a new grower to understand and makes that information free and readily available for people, I think that's pretty dope.
What kind of things in your space are dope to you right now, Chris?
I think it's the evolution of the home grower. I've seen so much more interest now in ferments and worm castings, and people are starting to take deeper looks at the plant on a biological level and truly understand the things, the inputs that they're putting in, and how it impacts the end result. I think that's been really cool to see.
Chris, how can we support you?
Well, the biggest way would be buying a box, going to cropculture.net, or visit my Instagram at crop_culture_box, because the more boxes I can sell, the more I can give back to the community and support the breeders that I'm working with in all the brands.
Thank you for your time, Chris.
Absolutely.
You're listening to the Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes. Here are your hosts, Dave and Aaron. Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with two happy dope dudes. We are a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture. I'm Aaron. This is Dave.
I'm Dave.
He is.
Dave is here, man.
Dave's here, man.
Today I am.
Dave's on today. I'm on today. And you're here, by the grace of whatever you believe in. And, this is it. We're here. We're doing it. And thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Right off the top, go to supportdopepeople.com.
Yes.
Enter in your email and check I want a sticker pack, and we are going to send you a bunch of stickers, and
Bingo.
we're going to start doing some cool stuff there, and so please check it out. We love you. This is the Elevated News Podcast, and you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming and podcast apps, and the @2dopedudes YouTube channel. Give us a like, leave a review. This helps us reach more people. We've been doing great on the YouTube, better than the podcast, but you just keep doing it and it's cool. I mean, not by much, but by some.
The ultimate platform.
Yeah, the ultimate platform, better than Rumble. And of course, on supportdopepeople.com, you can find us, find our links with other pods, such as the Peace, Love, and Cope YouTube channel.
Hey!
You can find it right there on supportdopepeople.com. My other new podcast that's coming out, The Growers Hangout with Marky Love, has a page there. Also, Geeking Cannabis and A Humanistic Perspective by Chad and Lily. You may remember as on the Roundtable. Super awesome people. We're supporting dope people. That's what we do.
Boom.
And then you can always email us at twodopedudespodcast@gmail.com. For anything. Nobody ever sends us anything, but that's cool. You interact with us in other ways, and we appreciate you. Dave?
Bro, that was fucking
I know.
good,
man.
dude.
Ramble on.
I don't know. How do you follow up? That was crispy.
Hey, you know what to do. You know what to do.
Listen, thanks for all the love, no matter what. I love y'all. If you want to, I am out there at Peace, Love, and Cope on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. I'd love to interact with you. If you have questions about cannabis and its medical properties, please check me out in those platforms. Big changes coming for me.
Yeah, last
the very new
last Monday stream for a while today. I was there. We were there. Yeah. It happened.
Yeah. And it's okay. I'm not it's not doing the thing that I want it to do. And it's not that it wasn't. I'm happy to bring great people together, but
It's doing
I need
doing other
to
things, refocusing,
yeah,
refocusing.
we need a yeah.
We're all doing great things right now. A lot of people are doing great things.
Yeah. Time to evolve, and it's time for doing it right. That's all I'm here for.
Heck yeah, man.
Take
Heck
your
yeah.
health into your own hands.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. How's things going this week? How you feeling?
The best.
Yeah, man.
We
Life is great. Yeah. No, but they don't know. But they're gonna know. Life is
Friends.
good.
Life's the best. I'm I think that possibly maybe I'm falling for her. All right, yeah, there's somebody out there that makes me happy, and I'm smiling a lot more right now, and yeah, I hope you smile because of the people around you too. Whether it's a he or a her or a they or a them, it doesn't matter. Get the right ones together, and the support just your dope people.
Yes.
That's it. Get some dope
Indeed.
people there. We were actually just talking about that a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Fucking getting real ones together, and that's it. It's like Marky Love,
Yeah.
real one,
Super
That-
real.
so good.
Chris from Crop Culture.
Culture,
Love
Chris,
that guy.
fucking real one.
Real one. So much support.
Worm Farms,
Yeah. Illinois Worm Farms.
fucking
Northern Illinois Worm Farms.
Fire.
Jerry. Yeah. Great guy.
um,
Chad and Lily. Great people.
man, just the realest of the one.
Charlie, Rochelle. They got the new store opening up in DeKalb. In DeKalb, right off of Peace Road.
Oh,
Right off of Peace Road.
hey.
Yeah, Chicago Canna Company, Bob's Exotics glass shop upstairs. Cool people doing real stuff. They're doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Good on them.
Yeah,
Good on all of you.
exactly.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
things have been really good lately for me. I'm happy as shit, and I want I love sharing this vibe with everybody. I like
Yeah,
to-
yeah. You get what you put out anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Things are really good.
Yeah,
I
good
hope
karma.
everything is good for all of you. If it's
Yeah.
not, you may always hit me up,
Yeah,
Peace, Love, and Cope, or you may always hit us up.
Yeah.
At supportdopepeople.com
Yep.
or 2dopedudespodcast@gmail.
that's it.
Send some love.
Send some love.
There is always some love going on in the comments section of the YouTubes.
Yes.
And this week, thanks for bringing together the news and talking about how it impacts the medical side. Can't understand why the sales are down, except the economic impact.
Yep.
And you nailed it. There is no
Yeah.
other reason except for a lot of more people don't have a lot of more money.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's
And they inflate the number. Well, I mean, not on the medical side. They can't. I mean, it doesn't matter that the numbers are inflated.
yeah.
But it's just
But
Illinois is
that's
not a
the
great market.
point too that for me, like all I would really like to do is to get it so that we understood it so well
Hmm.
that okay, even if you said the cost was whatever, right, to keep
Yeah.
this fake system fucking
Right.
afloat or whatever, even if you made the cost whatever it was, I could justify the cost because I knew the product I was getting was real, or
Right.
that I was going to get an effect from the product because it was a representable thing. At this point, it's just purely fucking package sales. It's
Yep.
purely names and bullshit. It's made
Mhm.
up fairy tale bullshit.
Hmm.
It isn't rooted in any science or mathematics. The numbers are faked
Yep.
and everything. So I'm not like,
I mean, yes, that was definitely it was definitely a different feeling in 2016 and 2015
God.
because you can go, okay, well, you know what I mean? Like, that's fine that I'm still paying $60 an eighth, but at least I know that it's medical weed. This is California medical weed or Colorado medical weed or Washington State medical. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of like you were in line with that. And now it's just candy packaging and bright pink and it's Mindy's edibles and Envy and Enjoy and all that other crazy
100
bullshit,
at the beginning of Illinois' market,
Yeah.
I was on record. You can probably hear me fucking say it in public, where I said Illinois might have the best cannabis in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
And I believed it because there was such
Verano,
good standard.
Cresco.
Well,
All that good stuff in the back in the day.
fucking revolution, fucking
Always.
just the
But they were so hard to get a hold
across
of.
the board. Even PTS was doing fire things. Anybody that came on board, well, the thing was they were honing techniques and they were trying to find the best of the
Yeah.
procedures, and they were doing it with very skilled and talented people who knew the fucking process. Then it
As
became commercialized,
Right.
and as demand became higher,
Mhm.
we needed more employees.
Right.
Not everybody's great at this.
Right.
So you just hire in people, you let them semi-learn.
Yep.
And then now we're a few generations
Yeah.
of semi-learned people away who
1,000.
don't actually, they're not rooted in any quality fucking
Yeah.
procedures or anything. So now the quality has dropped so drastically across
It's
the
garbage
board.
now.
I used to say things like, some of these bigger operators, they're like or they're like not Cresco is one of them. They're like Walmart or Kmart of the
Yeah.
market. Walmart and Kmart has to exist, right? Because of the
Yeah.
infrastructure of how many people
Yeah.
exist and how many people need the access to groceries and clothing and
Mhm.
cosmetics and fucking whatever they're it's
1,000.
all there. So I respect it, and to some degree you can hate big corporations for being big corporations and you can stay away from them and buy local and do whatever, but without these big massive things, I don't know how many people stay sustained. But
without these big massive things, we never would have put money into infrastructure to be able to truck all that stuff across the country. You know what I mean? So like it's all needed. It just, stuff gets left behind. And, again, I'll say nothing nothing government has ever taken over or regulated has ever become better, more efficient, or cheaper.
yeah,
Period.
yeah. I just it was
Show me
and
one.
yeah,
You know
well,
what I
and
mean?
with the cannabis
Yeah.
industry, we're seeing the exact same thing.
Exactly.
It's just
1,000%.
it's de-evolving out of something that is rooted in like what we try to keep alive. This cannabis culture, this
Yeah.
love, passion, purpose. Like there's something for it, especially when the purpose is to make somebody feel better. To make somebody, and not only feel better, but then to have literal condition reversal and call it a miracle or call it whatever. It's an actual stimulant of the system that might be causing physiological differences that are we're undermining its possible impact because of trivial belief processes and because people are scared of something. And I'm just so fucking over it because
But there's some people you're never going to convince because they don't want to be convinced.
and
And that's fine. You know what I mean?
my grandmother is that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at my grandma. Her mind is made up. There's no confusing her with facts,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying that because of rude shit. She's lived it. She's done it for so long.
Yeah.
This is her rooted in it. Every single one of us has the possibility to change our thought processes and to believe in something different. Beliefs are just, it's made up. You don't know anything. You're not rooted in fact. You believe, right?
Yeah.
It's a hope and a prayer and a whatever. We can change our beliefs, especially in something that now has provable science behind it, like cannabis.
Yep.
Though we don't have it from fucking Harvard or Yale or whatever, we still have some shit from these places.
Yep.
There is plenty of quality, lab tested, anecdotal evidence, fucking what is it? Group fucking study, case study.
Case studies.
You could go out and
scientific
fucking,
papers
there's
that are
genuine,
peer reviewed. Yeah,
um,
peer reviewed
bingo.
papers. Yeah.
It's not just chumpy fucking bullshit by people who
are trying to just like press their own message.
Right. Because the only thing that they are pressing is fear.
Right.
There's no other agenda behind whatever it is except for you should be scared of this monster that gets y'all hied up and stoned.
I beg people to remember the before times, before the internet, before you had all this weird pressure on you. Like, you remember you just existed? You literally just existed out in the world, and you can still exist out in the world. You don't have to listen. You can choose to turn it off.
We might
You
be
can
talking to
choose
people,
not-
Aaron,
Yeah,
that
I
don't-
know.
that have
don't-
never
but they don't
lived
listen.
outside of it.
No, yeah, that's true. That's also true. But
We're-
what I'm trying to say is that you can just choose in your own head, you can go, you know what? Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what happens, I can just choose to exist. And I can go, you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention to it because there's that's what it is. You can
You
just
do have the
choose.
ability to, well, it's making conscious
Yes,
control. It's not just going with routine
correct.
or saying, but everybody else does it. That's the law. That's the whatever. And I'm not saying break laws and I'm not saying fucking go against people because of whatever. But when right is right, right has to be done correctly.
Yeah,
And if you go through routines of your life and you go, I don't really feel comfortable with that, but I'll just go along with it because everybody else seems to be doing it, then you're letting yourself down ultimately. And that just, I see it a lot. I'm only begging that at some point you take ownership and you say, you know what? I'm not trying to fucking gloat. I'm not trying to be in anybody's face. I'm not trying to press it on anybody,
yeah,
but I'm not afraid to represent what it is that I believe in, what it is that I've seen work constantly in the physical reality, um, which is cannabis being an effective tool for tons of people going through it way harder than a lot of us maybe even understand going through it can even be,
yeah,
right? Because I didn't know what the fuck medical conditions were. I didn't know the vastnesses of the hurt and the degeneration of the human body that's actually going on with regularity around us, and the light switch style in
yep,
which it happens.
yep,
If there's one day fine, next day not fine. It happens so consistently, and um I only hope that people are consciously aware of your ability to take your health into your own hands. And when I talk about health, I was talking about this today. It's literally it's your head,
yep,
right? And this is why just take care of head. That all of it is, if you can make it so that you're not reacting and you're not just so quick to one way or another, and you root your thoughts in cognitive reality, in physical reality, and your reality could be different than others, but just don't take advantage of people. Show love. And there's a lot of really good, and cannabis is that. Cannabis is a lot of really good. It brings together so many people with common interest, and it's not even maybe common interest as much as it is common hurt and pain sometimes, right? I think there's a lot of broken toys out here in
yeah,
the cannabis world, and we've found comfort in something that's not only just comforting to the head, which is the big part, right? But actually, when we're physically at our fucking worst, it's capable of giving the comfort, easing the pain. Um, I mean, fucking dude,
relief.
it's relief.
It's relief.
And no matter what, we're not going through it. I'm not
Well,
going through it. You're not going through it. Some of the shit that I've seen other people go through. And when you see people at some of these points where they're physically depleted, where they're getting the fuck kicked out of them by their own system, all I want for them is relief. And for anybody to limit fucking access to this plant is the most ignorant shit that it's what I will fight for the rest of my fucking life until it changes. And
yeah,
I don't know that, I want to be a big impact in the thing. I don't know if I am or not, but I'm going to keep saying the fucking words because there is some very big truths that are being completely swept under the carpet for, I don't give a fuck if we call it political purpose or for, it's probably
monetary.
business. It's all
It's
business.
all
It's all
monetary.
my,
It's
and none of it makes fucking sense
well,
anymore. It's
it.
jumbled up. And
I mean, it's a shame that because to me, well, no, not to me. Cannabis is a teaching plant, and it's one of the mother plants. It's one of the true mother plants of the earth. It is there for uh, learning and you know taking care of yourself, and it's medicine, and it's meant for a thing. And if you're going through things, that's your own experience. And if you're using cannabis to help that and you're doing the inside work and all the things we've talked about, then you're understanding that it's a teaching plan, and you're going through it, and that's, I think, what unites a lot of us. You know what I mean? Because we all have our own things, but we all understand that it's part of something greater. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah, but and that's I think
Yeah.
that's that
Yeah.
intertwinable that
Yeah.
when I told you, and I've said this before, if you see somebody from across the street and they're smoking some cannabis,
Yeah. That's your
that
buddy.
you're like, that's my friend.
Yeah. And
I want to go hang out with them.
yeah.
I want to fuck. Hey, can I hit that with you?
Yeah. Let me
Let me
hit
come
that.
smoke that with you.
Yo, yeah.
How many times have you
Does
looked
it got
across the
Sherm?
street and you saw
You
somebody
gotta
fucking
ask.
drinking a you saw somebody drinking a beer on the stoop across the street and you're like, I need to go drink a beer with that person. And it's maybe not that it doesn't
Yeah.
exist. How many times have you looked across the street, saw somebody popping some pills, and you went, oh, I need to go fucking pop some pills with that person, sit down and have a fucking conversation? How many times have you seen across the street somebody jab a needle into themselves and go, oh, I need to be part of that? See, it's this
I mean, not me,
de-evolution
but
away
yeah.
from it, right? Where it's like there's this, and it becomes an extreme the further down you go. But like cannabis is the far other side of it, where it's like 100%
Yeah.
that is safe over there.
Yeah.
That is comfortable.
Yeah.
That's like home to me.
Yeah.
And even though maybe some of these
That's
other
not
things, I'm
loud.
not so scared of it. I'm not so whatever. Maybe somebody will have a couple of cocktails.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will, I'm not afraid, do a little fucking whatever. But you start getting to the extremes of some
Yeah.
things and you're like, what? You don't want to do that lay crocodile? You don't want your fucking skin and flesh to fall off
No,
because
I'm good.
whatever it was, the gasoline that's in
Yeah.
it or whatever? Get the fuck. We're a crazy critter sometimes and we do some wild shit.
Well, humans experience pain in different ways.
I'm just telling I would rather
We're all humans, and we're all in a shared experience. You know what I mean?
100%.
And life is short, and you should do what makes you happy, and you should
consider
know,
doing weed to make you happy.
yeah. Do the weeds.
Do
I
some devil
recommend injecting at least 3 marijuanas per day.
If you
I mean,
do-
that's just me. That's my routine. I mean, that's not for everybody, but like I inject 3 marijuanas per day.
Well, that's your suppositories.
Yes.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
of them is not
No,
a bad. That's a
I've
good
got a
dose.
turkey baster.
Well, and that's it's easier to get the dose that we really need.
Yeah, for the bit, it's a turkey baster.
Yeah. I mean, well, and it's a viable applicator. If that's what you're into. If that, depends on your dose.
I mean, Biz, I bet he uses a turkey baster. He's pretty mids.
Dude,
He
that-
probably uses a turkey baster for his mids.
Bro, that might be a full beer bong guy right there,
That's true. Shout out to Biz.
Love that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
Love
I don't know, man. I think that this thing is such a personal thing, but I think it's also such a communal thing.
Yeah.
And finding the space in between it is where sometimes I think a lot of people's breakthrough comes and they're like, I feel in control. And I watched it so many times against Western medicine. And I'm
Mhm.
not saying this because of fucking whatever. I don't really care. I watch people come in and go, I'm a zombie. I feel out of it a lot. I feel, the people that came in and said brain zaps. I was like, a brain zap? That sounds terrible. Where the electrical
Mhm.
shit in your brain is literally going haywire because of the chemicals that you've put through it. And to me, I'm going, holy fuck. I empathize and I get that the relief you're seeking, but sometimes, and I'm not saying there's no place for those things. I'm fully on board for Western medicine. It's done some amazing things to keep a lot of us alive for a long time. But I think in working towards reducing consistencies of some things, no matter what it is, even where I've been telling you and I've been telling a lot of people, I will probably stop consuming cannabis for a little while just to see what it's like for me cognitively.
You're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a survey before and after,
Yeah,
and
that's
we're gonna
fine.
talk about it on the podcast.
That's okay.
Yeah.
To me, like I'm convinced that like there's got to be a right or a wrong or something, but it's personal, no
Yeah.
matter what it is.
Yeah.
And if I'm only able to represent the side of do it because I do it,
Mhm.
well, then maybe it loses some of its validity. If I can go away from doing it and say, look, I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I don't need to do it.
But I'm still promoting it because
But
I believe in it.
100%.
Yeah.
Can it be more impactful maybe? Or even then, do I find a cognitive space excuse me, where um I don't need to run back to something or I don't feel so fucking tied to
Yep.
something? Can I do a mental workout for myself and try to it's not that I think I'll go away from cannabis forever. This is my
Oh yeah.
one of my best friends in the world, and it's always been there for me, no matter how many times, no matter what. And it never talks back. It's just the sweetest damn
Yeah.
thing, and it's cozy, it's warm, it's loving. I
It's
love
home.
this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's home.
But you're not supposed to have it all the time either. I mean, the tolerance
Bingo.
breaks are 1,000%. I've
Bingo.
gone years without doing it on
Bingo.
and off. You know what I mean?
I think, and that's for me,
Not
like,
since vape cartridges came out, but you know.
well, and that's, I mean, I
know,
genuinely,
I know,
I have one in
I
my
know.
pocket now. Yeah, I get it. To me,
It's much more accessible now.
I'm more intimidated by it this time, this committing to quitting thing,
Yeah.
than I have been before.
Uh
But
that's just because you're going through some new experiences and you're anxious to do it without your normal crutches.
you want the
That's
truth?
why this is a
This
great
is
idea.
this right. I'll show it to you, and they
Uh-huh.
can't see it, but
Yeah,
that's why I'm scared of it, because what you just said.
exactly.
Vape carts
Yep.
are so
That's why I
accessible.
said that.
That quick little instant,
And you
give
don't
me
even
give me
think
that
it.
quick bang,
Yeah,
bang, bang,
you
bang.
gotta you gotta go all
You
the way.
don't even, so that's
You
my
gotta like put
point,
it all
like,
away because you
oh,
gotta
bro,
make
it's
that
gotta be
decision to
locked.
go get it.
But, well, and so, like, I'm down, and that might be even the good mental workout of it
Yeah.
too. I'm down to, like, try to check myself and be like, "You said you're gonna quit, so
Yep.
just don't fucking do it.
Yep.
Don't go," So, like, I think that I have a chance of getting through, and I do. I think I'm at a good cognitive space in my life, and I feel pleased by plenty of other portions of things going on in my life. So if I can't lean into those things right now while I'm trying to break a habitual, probably connected by, um, I hate the word addiction, but I think there's probably a,
Compulsion.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's
I
like because
respect
you're
that.
like compulsed to like grab it. You know what I mean? Like I
100%,
did that when I quit smoking. I used to smoke
100%. You nailed that.
pack and a half a day. It's that active smoking. Even though I still vape, this is like 1 milligram nicotine.
Yeah,
I don't think nicotine in itself is a nootropic. It's a good thing. I think it can be addictive, but I think it's that compulsion to like have that thing in your hand or
a
to
hundred
actually
percent.
like do something. It's like sitting down and smoking a bowl with your friends.
Right.
You're gonna go nuts on hole six. You're not gonna know what to do.
I think it's gonna be different.
Hole six is where
Um,
we pack the pipe and chooch.
that's what I
Just
do
so you
with
know.
coochies.
If you want to find us chooching,
Um,
hole six, Eagle Ridge. Let's go.
um, not me anymore. You're gonna
Well,
fucking,
not for a week or so.
and like I said, my ultimate goal and what I've thought would be cool is holding off for 30 days. Um,
I think you should.
just more so because of how this thing stores in fat cells, and I think that to completely cleanse my entire system of any cannabinoids, to get back to the absolute bare minimum and to go, okay,
Where is my level?
where is
Where's my
everything?
baseline?
Where
Yeah,
is
I think
everything?
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think this might be I think Dave may never smoke pot again. I think things may go so well that Dave just never returns to ingesting cannabis ever.
I've been intimidated by it,
I mean, I
actually.
could see it happening.
It's not that I'm against
Dave's
it.
gonna cut his hair and shave his beard.
No, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm
And
not.
the hair
I'm
and
not
the
trying to
beard ain't
scare
going,
people.
no, yeah, Jesus. No, I
I'm just
I
teasing you,
may
buddy.
very no, I'm into it. I very welly may, and I've thought about it too. What happens if I do find a cognitive space that I feel very comfortable
Yeah.
in, and where I don't feel dependent on something, and then to feel like I would be giving that dependence back away to something? I've thought this process through a little bit, and yeah, I think you might be right. There's some weird possibilities too, but I also am not uh all right, dude. We can cut this the fuck out or not.
Alright.
But
Eh,
would you just I'm sitting here staring at that thing. Can you tell me how phallic the corners of these fucking bandanas look, bro? And then in the middle of it, it's got like all those little like shot like fucking little thingies. It looks like little spermolas and shit, bro.
No, man, that's like a little goat head.
Bro,
It's a little happy goat looking at you,
I
dude.
I feel so weird that this just came out of my mouth and why I'm
That's
so
hilarious.
distracted by it. But look at the fucking corner of it. Tell me that thing going up
Bro,
this
they look
way.
like little happy goats. Look
Dude,
at them with big floppy ears on
floppy
each
ears
side.
too, but
yeah, bro.
oh god, dude.
This is just a regular bandana that Dave is freaking out about.
Listen,
Dave's
I
having
wear
a
bandanas every day. So
I know.
yeah,
I used to as well. When I had long hair like you,
I
I also did.
I just don't have this perspective from back this far away from it, and like now it looks like I've been wearing some phallic looking shit on my head.
But you can't see it because that part's in the back where it's tied.
My mind is just fucking blown. I'm sorry that I got that distracted, but I could feel my brain taking the swerve the other direction, and I was like, why? I'm getting so fixated on it. This is ADHD. All right. Maybe cannabis does help it some bit, but maybe it doesn't fix it all the way, you know? You might get you might get distracted sometimes, and when you see
These are called intrusive thoughts.
oh fuck, man. Maybe I do.
That's hilarious. You want to smoke some more of that?
Fucking, I better,
more of that strawberry cough?
Ingest the shit out of it before I'm not ingesting it anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
I'm so
That's
distracted right
hilarious.
now. All right. Anyway,
It's all right, dude. This is welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with the Two Dope Dudes. It's the best.
Oh,
It's so much fun. Like
Jesus
this
Louise.
is the fun part. I love this. You know what I'm saying? I really do. This is yeah. This is the best. I love it.
Well, anywho,
I love you. I'm so happy that you're going to be doing stuff. I'm happy that you're participating in supportdopepeople.com and having a spot there where people can just find the links to your stuff. You know what I mean? Even if they're just clicking through looking at somebody else's stuff, it's awesome.
I'm going to
Dope with Cope's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to change things so that it is more real. Like it's more you might want to click on this, and if you want to fucking digest cannabis as a medicine and as a science, I'm gonna try my best to present it in digestible shorties.
I can't wait to make the Dope with Cope URL at supportdopepeople.com so people can find you there. Find you wherever we can get people to find you at is the point. And same goes for everybody else there we're partnered with and trying to promote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Support the real ones. The real ones.
I love it.
You want to get on to some news?
Yeah, let's do this thing.
All right. On to the news.
The Illinois State Police sees 5,200 pounds of marijuana. One of the largest ISP busts ever.
Yep. Still arresting people for marijuana in
well,
Illinois.
5,200 pounds is
a lot of pot.
That's a healthy amount. And I'm not, hey.
Hey.
I mean, not as much as some of the cultivators have. So anyway, the Illinois State Police made one of the largest drug busts in its 100-year history on Wednesday, seizing over 5,200 pounds of illegal marijuana near the Quad Cities. Now, if it was legal cannabis, this would be a weird fucking conversation we're having.
Or you can only have, so many grams anyway.
Oh, it's legal? Yeah, I guess you're right.
It'd be the same.
Anyway, state trooper pulled over a touring bus and noticed signs of criminal activity. The trooper summoned the K-9 unit. The dog detected the scent of narcotics. Search of the bus turned up numerous packages of illegal marijuana. Throughout the vehicle, officials said troopers found a total of 5,231 pounds of marijuana with an estimated value of between 6.3 million and 14.7 million. That's a hell of an estimation.
That's an estimation.
Yeah,
I wonder how good it was.
Man.
And it was from California, so.
Yeah. That's it. This is, anyway. The two people operating the bus, oh no.
Yeah.
There's their faces.
Yeah,
Their Class X
Class
felony
X felony.
charges. Trafficking and unlawful possession of over 5,000 grams. Oh, you blew the 5,000 grams.
With intent to deliver. They're also facing Class 1 felony charges of unlawful possession of over 5,000 grams. Unfortunately, the state's, no bail will not apply to them since it's felonies, because felonies does not apply to that. It's only misdemeanors.
Holy.
So
Yeah.
they were both taken to Henry County Jail, and they initiated petitions for their detentions, and the hearings took place on Thursday. Subsequently, the judge released the two on pre-trial conditions. The investigation remains ongoing with additional charges possible. You know what? I stand effing corrected.
Oh, yeah.
I-
Yeah.
I read something earlier that was saying that I guess it's only violent felonies. Oh. Okay. Well, they are out on bail.
Well, look, let's check this out.
Out on no bail.
Let's, how many ounces are in a pound? It's 16.
I hope they go back to California.
Did I do? Oh, hold on. I did the wrong fucking symbol. 52.31
Pounds.
times 16, because that's how many ounces
Yeah.
there are, and then there's 28 grams in an ounce.
Yeah.
So then, the
2,343,488
grams, and
grams.
they're in
many-
unlawful
how many
possession
ounces
of
is that?
over 5,000 grams. It's 83,696 ounces.
83,000 ounces.
Yeah, and that's assuming that we're using.
Can we turn that into a rent
That's
song?
assuming we're using the American pound.
Oh, that's
not
true.
The fucking
Imperial?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is, because that thing's like what, 7 grams bigger.
I think so. I wish they would use that.
Dude, if that was the case,
Right?
these guys would.
I want to buy
have
volume.
a fuck ton more. Would have a fuck ton.
Yeah, fuck ton more.
But yeah, that's a little bit more. Now what we could do then is divide this number by 5,000.
Yep.
To then find out that they had
468 pounds.
468 times
Oh.
bigger than the minimum Class X, Class 1 felony
yeah.
charge of possession of over 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
they
quite a
busted
bit.
5,468 times over.
That's
That's a healthy load.
that is a healthy load.
You can clip the
Indeed.
fuck out of that too.
Clip
That's
that
a
one
healthy
too.
load.
I mean, I get to listen to him like 3 times. So like,
Yeah.
always like marker.
Oh, that's so good.
Wait till I
Alright,
just
well,
start re putting your words together. I'll start clipping individual words, make you say some weird stuff.
No, that's probably.
Biz is the best. He's better than everyone.
Oh, that's well. I'll say that naturally.
Okay.
Not everyone, but most.
I want to kiss Biz.
Good luck, boys, in your trialing
Yeah.
process. We
Yeah.
wish you all the best.
Yeah, all the best.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The old Michigan lawmaker renews push to legalize certain psychedelic plants and fungi.
Ooh, hey, before we
want
move on
to
to
legalize.
Michigan news, quickly, Columbia Care.
Oh, yeah.
They have their
forgot
new
about
name, the Cannabis Company.
Oh, the cannabist.
The Cannabis, which I think that was a store. Was that a store they were running before?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, Cannabis
be.
was like a store that you could get to.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I never actually went to it.
I've fallen out of the loop pretty well with some of this stuff. I feel really bad about it because, like, I used to be able to, like, literally offer my services to find people the best products.
Yeah. It's so, I mean, it's
Now
so
it's
hard
so
now.
saturated and weird, and everything doesn't have the right name. So I'm like left to finding the few things. But I sent a friend. This is the best story. I sent a friend into fucking Ivy Hall.
Yeah.
They were asking about some topicals and some lotions and shit. And I ended up, oh, hey, there's some gummies here, high in CBD, 20 milligrams of CBD, 1 milligram of THC. Or they have these other ones that are like, I forget, 10 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of THC. So I said, and they got buy one, get one 50% off, whatever.
Cool.
So get those two and get this one. And then that person's in there texting me, I love it here. It's so cool. Everybody's here. It's so great. I'm like, oh, if you're still there, ask about my friend Alex really quick.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I said, I promise you he will know me. Like, just tell him my name. And then
Yeah.
she goes, okay. Oh, he said he loves you. And then he followed up by saying, this all makes sense now. This is the most Dave fucking order I've ever seen come through this store.
That's
And
awesome.
she started laughing. I don't think she understands. She was like telling me,
Right.
she's like, I was laughing with him, but he was having a fucking moment over it for real. And I was like, yeah, he would, because I never
Mm.
really promote like getting fucked up. I like always am into like
Right.
take the lightest shit
Yes.
and don't even fucking take that much of it,
Right.
because why? You've never done it before.
Right.
Right? So then slowly
Little bit at a
stimulate your
time,
system.
Alex.
And then I would start with
Little bit at a
CBD
time, Alex.
most of the time, because it's less spicy
Yeah.
and it's greatly impactful.
Yes.
Unbelievably.
I was
good
talking
for
about
some
that the
of
other
these
day. I
things.
was hanging out with some people and we were talking about Delta 8 and THCA. And I was like, I mean, Delta 8 is fine. It's just not psychoactive. Like, if somebody needs to use like CBD as a medicine, then like Delta 8 could be a route, like a path to that. You know what I mean? Like, we'd rather see you do other things, but like, don't just knock it because it's just CBD or it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing. Like,
Yeah.
it can all be good. All parts can be good. You
Correct.
know, is
Correct.
the point. I'm not
There's a
advocating
part for
anything.
everything.
Right.
But especially in its clean form.
Right.
Without much tampering and
Yeah.
without nasty processes to
Right.
obtain it. And if you didn't make it in a bathtub, we're in better
Right.
shape.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm into that.
She.
Back to Michigan,
Yeah,
because
back to
I'm into
Michigan.
this.
Sorry, I just wanted to
No,
do
no,
all
no.
the
You're
Illinois
you're
stuff
perfectly
right there.
fine. I forgot about
No,
it
it's
because
all
of
right.
the 404. A bill recently introduced in Michigan would legalize psychedelic plants and fungi so long as activities like cultivating and distributing the substance are done without receiving money or other valuable consideration.
Yeah.
Senate Bill 449, sponsored by Senator Jeff Irwin, would apply to 5 substances: psilocybin, psilocin, dimethyltryptamine,
ibogaine, and mescaline.
bang.
Yep. Along with the plants and the fungi known to produce them. That means that you could grow things like, you know, the cactus or, you know, Salvia denorum, or the specific bark used for, you know, DMT or, you know, ibogaine,
Correct.
you know.
And if it was approved, it would exempt individuals from penalties for possession and use of the substances, as well as non-commercial manufacturing, processing, and delivery. That would be very cool. I think it's probably a long time coming, and I think that there is a part in the near future where this is a thing, but I am such a fan, and there are other states that are already making pushes
I mean, there are
towards
cities in Michigan where it is already legalized. You can go to Ann Arbor. There's a
it's
bunch of
decriminalized.
decriminalized. Yeah,
Right.
but there's a bunch of you know, movements going on there. There's actually a bunch of movements going on here that I think that we're going to talk with some people here soon on the Growers Hangout. There's people around here doing some cool stuff too.
Oh, fucking A right.
Yeah,
Fucking A right.
I got some stickers going in. Somebody who, you know, does some cool like experiences. You know, they have like little, like, you can buy $15 tickets and come to the Mad Hatter's Garden, and you know, there's some cool stuff out there, man. You just gotta
That's
look.
super awesome.
You just gotta poke around.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's super
Yeah.
awesome.
I love it.
I look forward to the progression of you having your individual rights to explore things, especially in a medical manner.
Yeah.
Especially these things that we are starting to find out are drastically less impactful to your long-term physiology and overall anatomy than some of the alternatives that are being sold to people at this point. And I'm not trying to be some crazy person, but we literally are seeing very cool things happen from the progression of the human mind and getting away from these archaic fucking rules. But
Did you see what just was right there on your right there? If you look down, yeah, right there. House committee clears psychedelics research and marijuana pharmaceutical labeling amendments for floor votes. This was just posted like 47 minutes ago.
Oh wow, yeah.
A powerful House committee has cleared two psychedelic research amendments and another measure on labeling pharmaceuticals with information about interactions with marijuana for floor consideration as part of a large scale spending bill, which is they have been talking about. And there's a thing Schumer has been talking about how they're going to pass all this stuff. There's a renewed push. There's a whole bunch of like, you know, talk going on right now with the scheduling, descheduling. So on Saturday, the House Rules Committee advanced four appropriations bills with numerous proposed amendments, setting the stage for floor votes as a government funding deadline at the end of the month quickly approaches. Two of the spending bills could see drug policy reform measures attached. The committee advanced two GOP led amendments on psychedelics for a bill covering funding of for the Department of Defense. So, one sponsored by Reps Morgan Luttrell and Dan Crenshaw, both of Texas, would provide $15 million in funding for the DoD to carry out psychedelic medical clinical trials.
Oh, I went in the trial. How do I get in?
I don't know.
Oh, it's for
That sounds
TBI
like
and
that
people.
sounds like more MK. I mean, it sounds fine, but to me, just it
Yeah.
sounds like MK Ultra,
Yep.
like Timothy Leary,
Yeah.
like I mean, like that's all those
Yeah.
guys. Who's the other one? Charlie, Uncle Charlie,
Yeah.
Charlie Manson.
Yeah.
Like it's all CIA, MK Ultra,
Yeah.
psychedelic,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Morrison, all
Yeah.
those crazy people. Good book out there on that too.
Yeah. Heard that.
So let's see here. Another from Crenshaw would require the Defense Health Agency to submit a report to Congress on options to ensure that active duty service members who are suffering from traumatic brain injuries, this is important, and post traumatic stress disorders are able to participate in clinical trials under the Department of Veterans Affairs for the purposes of studying the effectiveness of psychedelic substances. I actually, all kidding aside about MK Ultra stuff, just because it's the government, that's actually
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah.
Traumatic brain injuries and post-traumatic stress disorder are like, those are things that really can impact people. And it's obviously one of the things I've seen firsthand with, concussions and how it
I
can affect people and how it can affect people's daily lives.
I was more shocked maybe by that than I was by some of the other things that I already could have a partial understanding for by medical books, right? I could read
Mhm.
through because I took anatomy and physiology classes and courses in school, and I knew some medical terminology, and so I've been around the medical field a little bit, but like not like the medical field, like I'm some fucking doctor or nothing.
Right.
But I've listened to medical speech and I've heard shit, so I had some understanding for health. TBIs
Protect your brain. Don't let your
were
kids play football.
it's
Put a helmet on.
It's very, 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 very sad that a bump or two to the head can cause the long-term damage that it does. And it's not crazy because obviously our brain is quite the organism, right? It's
Yes.
crazy that it's capable of doing the things that it is. Protect it.
Yeah.
All right. You only have one of them.
Yep.
They don't have great surgeries to repair that
Nope.
or anything. It's not fixing a bone. It doesn't reset. So yes, be careful. And I do respect the absolute fuck out of these things that seem to be what we call mind altering, being used as a medicine to alter the mind of somebody who has otherwise been
Has
damaged in their
damaged their
mind.
synapses or
Right.
their connections
So,
or like those are important things, and it's very important, just like crushing injuries is to get on it fast because there's a neuroplasticity that your brain has, same with like your nerves and stuff like that. And you have to treat it quickly while it's like when you have a stroke, they want you to like get back really quick because like there's only so much time that you have where your brain will
is-
make those
yeah.
connections again. So it's super important. Super
Yeah.
important. Love it.
Yeah. I look very forward to seeing the future of medicine with actual real earth plant medicine.
Hmm. A bunch of other things going on too, but that was pretty cool. I thought that was a
Super
cool part
dope.
of a longer As always, you can always go to like Marijuana Moment or Illinois News Joint.
Yeah.
They are back up. I checked. It's just a temporary thing.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. This here, you probably would imagine. But Missouri marijuana regulators defend the lab testing rules in light of massive product recall.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
We did. And
Just
of
wanted to,
course,
yeah, follow up
nobody
on
wants
that.
to look like the fucking bad person here. And
Right.
this is the whole legal process, and this is what sucked for me while I was in cannabis. I watched big old corporations try to defend their point
Yep.
against the state who is trying to defend their point.
Yeah.
All the while
Justify.
trying to shove some fucking schmuck under the fucking rug for them and go, oh, it was his fault. And they were literally willing to put any one of their employees' head on the guillotine so long as it
1000%.
fixed and saved their face or whatever. And they just, oh, we fixed it. He fucked up in the office. Oh, we fixed it. We fired the guy who sold the fucking the eighth to the underage.
Yeah.
It's all these little tiny plays that you don't take any ownership in, and that's this whole industry here has a lot of that.
Shout out to the people who were targeted and shit talked and all that other stuff, who were actually true people and real people, and got shoved aside for some BS where they should have been accepted. Shout out to those people.
Yeah, 1000%.
1000%. You know who you are.
But yeah, I sifting through this thing, it's all exactly what you would imagine.
Yeah, of
It
course
is.
they said
He
that.
said, she said. No way! In fucking quotation marks. It's about the only goddamn quotation.
Oh, look,
marks
they were
in this
using
whole entire
metric.
thing. Yeah.
The state has paid the company running metric between $700,000 and $900,000 every year since 2020.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's exactly it. So as long as you're paying the fucking bills, they'll keep telling you whatever the fuck you want to hear, and they'll write their name on it and whatever. Yeah, and they're talking about falsifying tracking information to the state system.
Yeah, it's because nobody knows what it actually needs until they decide that it wasn't, it wasn't what was supposed to be.
Using highly toxic and illegal pesticides. You want to know how they figure out what pesticides you use? They walk in and they look at a few cans and they go, nice, those cans
You're not
are
supposed to use spinoside.
They're hidden in the don't use box.
Yep.
And you only use them when you have to.
Is that Omri approved?
I literally swear to God, it was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. They're like, well, those are the chemicals you can't use. I'm like, well, why are they here?
Oh, so we know which ones not to use.
Oh, what the fuck? Well, if something goes bad, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, well, so no matter what,
yeah,
be wary of that thing, and that's why Aaron promotes growing at home. That's why all of you home growers are growing at home, because you know what the fuck is touching your stuff.
Yep.
You keep bugs out by being a fucking intelligent human who doesn't let bugs in, right?
Well,
and you have
you don't let
predators.
Yeah, exactly. You have a balanced ecosystem.
1000%. So some of these places, I'm literally telling you, they're fucking multi-state operators who have gravel floored fucking growing spaces.
Yeah.
Put cement on that motherfucking thing, bro. You know where bugs come from? The fucking ground, dude. Why in the fuck? I walked into this fucking cultivation center and I went,
that's crazy.
Wait a minute.
How do you clean that?
I was like, are you guys being serious? You literally have gravel on the floor?
All that does.
And they were like, well, yeah, because there's
Did
no
you sign an NDA?
here.
Can you not name and shame them?
I don't know that I should.
You're going to tell me later, though,
yeah,
right?
I'll tell you.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Fuck.
All right. That's going to piss everybody off, but that's good. I like to have secrets.
There's multiple of them. And I get it. Okay, fine. Oh, we grow in, what is it, fucking the lighthouses or whatever, the fucking
you mean
greenhouse?
The greenhouse.
Right.
Okay, I was going to say.
Greenhouse grows or where whatever. Bro, cement your motherfucking floor, bugs come up out of the ground, out of the dirt.
Not in a processing area. In a growing area, like, okay, fine. Doesn't matter. Like, it's rock dust. Rock dust is actually good for the soil. Rock dust is what goes in soil. Rock dust is okay if you're growing. In a processing area or a manufacturing area, You should not have rock dust. Probably.
It's fucking dude.
I mean, there's rock dust. There's rocks in the soil. I'm just saying it's okay.
I don't care about the rocks.
Right.
I'm telling you about the bugs
Right.
that come out of the ground.
Yeah.
Spider mites.
Yeah.
Aphids.
Yeah.
The things that will take down your fucking plants and
thrips,
turn them into
fungus gnats.
Bingo.
1,000%. Yeah. No.
And you will have millions of them all over your fucking plants.
Yeah. No, I know.
And
that's why you gotta have nematodes and ladybugs and spinicide and
dude. I literally saw a couple of shook out plants.
Oh yeah,
like this.
Yeah,
where they did 1-2 snaps.
Oh yeah, that's your vape cartridge,
bro.
I know. We've talked about it. I know. But anyway. hey, this strawberry cough tastes good, don't it?
That's fire.
Hell,
fire. You
fire.
masked that up real good. And in other news.
Yeah. Minnesota's new, I thought this was super funny. We don't even have to get too much into it. But yeah, so Minnesota's new cannabis czar steps down after 1 day, the day after being appointed.
No, that's the best.
Yeah, it's the best, right? I just had to put that in there. So on September 21st, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz appointed cannabis business consultant Aaron Dupree as the head of Office of Cannabis Management to oversee the state's nascent adult use market. On October 22nd, amid allegations that she sold illegal products at her hemp shop, Dupree said that she would not be going forward as the state's new cannabis czar. Her appointment would have taken effect on October 2nd. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it just seems like there's gonna be this like, well, you tried to promote your own thing for your own good, and it wasn't for the.
Of course you did.
Of course. Welcome to. How do you toe? I don't know how people toe that line. Stay on either side.
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
because nothing's legal, and so nobody knows. Everybody tries to do stuff, and then it may get you in trouble. It may not get you in trouble. We'll just see.
Yeah.
You
know. Hey, good luck in your.
Good luck in your ventures.
Yeah, and your court cases. We've got a lot of people going through court cases.
Didn't the Illinois cannabis czar just step down too? That awful witch of a lady. Didn't she just leave?
Why didn't they make me the czar?
I mean, somebody's got to
get that name,
because you would have to be friends with fucking Pritzker.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's the one who appoints the czar.
Dude, hey, czar me up.
Czar me up, son. Yo, czar me up.
I've never wanted a title like I want this czar shit, dude.
You know, if anybody's the czar, it's Anthony Moscow because he's Rasputin. Let's go.
Fuck, all right.
You should have taken that before he took Rasputin because you got the beard for it.
Dude, I want this. I do.
You should be like the disc golf czar.
How do you think? Can I apply for it?
I think you should just start calling yourself the czar of disc golf and see who argues with it.
No, I want to be cannabis, Illinois.
Well, you got to talk to JV.
All right.
Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna hit him.
Old Gibber.
I'm gonna send him my resume.
Old Gibber. I'm sure he'll get it. You got to send it in a sandwich. I'll see him see it.
Dude. Written on the sandwich outside.
Yeah, written on the sandwich.
In FDA approved fucking food coloring. Yeah. All right. Anyway, dude, thanks again. This was a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
I think next week we're off.
Next week we're gonna be off because Dave's got a wedding to go to, and so we're gonna take a chill. Hopefully next week it will be the first episode of the Growers Hangout with Marky Love. I just got to get it edited, and that's some work too, and getting the website going. Of course, real life stuff and events. We got events coming up too. Yeah, a couple things coming up. We got the last event of the year at the Little Bean Farmers Market, Sunday, October 15th. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to go down there probably this week, down to DeKalb and check it out because they're open every day.
Nice.
12 to 6, Mondays by appointment only. Leave Charlie alone on Mondays. That's his family day, and he deserves his family.
There you go.
650 North Peace Road, Unit E, DeKalb, Illinois, 60115. They're going to have a soft opening for their Chicago Canico, which is Charlie is like helping, like mostly what is it, consulting and helping other people open it. Bob's got a glass thing going on upstairs. It's going to be
Nice.
super awesome. Support dope people. Come see us there. We're going to do a round table. I'm going to do a round table. Dave should be there. We'll see.
Nice. What's
You
that?
know,
The 15th?
15th of October. It's a Saturday.
That's the. Yep. I do
Yeah.
remember that. I feel
Yep.
like yeah.
Give me a pen right now so I can write this. Trick with Dave is, for anybody who's listening, may not know Dave well and is wanting to get to know Dave better. If you want him to do something, just put a post-it note.
This is a fact.
It's a true story. So yeah, October 15th, getting off the rails there. October 15th, come hang out. It's going to be fun. Also, big shout out because on October 15th, Love Green Culture themselves as a crew is releasing their current crop, and they're also sponsoring the Stoner Olympics. So when you go down to the Stoner Olympics and participate, the prizes are going to be from Love Green Culture, the current crop that has been harvested. I've smelled the stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It's super good. And, shout out to Love Green Culture doing real things out there. I appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate like all the advice you've given me on growing. Like, you're a real one doing real things. And that's why we support you. You know what I'm saying?
You are the man.
So, that's going to be sponsored by, Love Green Culture and, Bob's Exotics, all the people you know and love. So shout out to them. Yeah.
Fucking A.
SupportDopePeople.com if you want stickers, Love Green Culture stickers, crop culture stickers, Peace, Love, and Cope stickers. Go there,
Yeah.
give us your email, give us your address. It's free to you. And lastly, shout out to Crop Culture and Chris. We're doing this giveaway will be over by then, but we sponsored a Crop Culture giveaway box, and we're doing that with Chris. He was the first guest on the Growers Hangout. Shout out to Chris doing awesome things. Check out
Go, Chris.
cropculture.net.
You are the man.
You can get all sorts of boxes there, and it's all got good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's it. We love you all. Thank you for doing this. This is episode 15. We'll be back in this will be we're 2 weeks off, so yeah. We'll have an episode next week, and then we'll be off a week, and then we'll be back.
Miss you all already.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Love
Be
you.
good. Later.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.